Hey everybody, Adam Phillips here for Dynamite Entertainment. I'm here today with Sue Lee, the writer and cover illustrator on the upcoming Vampirella Fairy Tales one shot that's coming in August. And we're going to get started in a minute talking about that project. But before we do, please remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons so you don't miss any upcoming content on the Dynamite Entertainment YouTube page. So, Sue, it is great to have you here, and we appreciate you jumping in.
Thanks so much for having me. Appreciate it.
Thanks. We're really excited about this. These fairy tale one shots look like they're going to be a lot of fun. I could not think of anybody better to kind of jump into a Red Riding Hood situation than
Yeah.
Vampirella.
Yeah, I figured. I was like, well, what would be the closest to her style, right? I mean, she's already wearing red, right? So that's number
Exactly.
one.
Yes. And tell us a little about it. How did you get involved in the project and what it's all about?
Well, Nate Cosby actually reached out and asked me if I wanted to work on the covers for the fairy tales.
Right.
So I said, of course, yes, I would love to. It's Red Sonja, Deja Thoris, and Vampirella, the three hard hitters. So I was like, yeah, absolutely. Love them. And then he also said, also, do you want to write Vampirella? And I was like, let me think about it. And I had to do some minor soul searching, right? Because I'm like, well, am I qualified? Can I, And then he was like, no, don't worry. Talked about it. It's a one shot, right? And fairy tales are kind of like an open-ended, right? Topic. So I was like, yeah, sure, why not? And it's 28 pages. So I was like, yeah, let me take a crack at it. And I figured, like you mentioned, Red Riding Hood might have been the best choice for her. I had some other options, but I was like, it might be a little complicated. Red Riding Hood is one of my favorite fairy tales. Also, stylistically, it matches Vampirella. And since I can kind of do whatever I wanted, I went in for a darker, a little bit more not serious, but a little bit more down to earth tone with Vampirella.
Okay, cool. Now, of course, you can't have Red Riding Hood without a big bad wolf, shall we
Right.
say? Is there anything you can tell us about, the analogous villain in this story?
Yes. I mean, so with this horror, I wanted it to kind of be a little bit more folk tale-ish. And if you've read the original folk tales, they're very creepy and they're very very dark. And so I was like, okay, I wanted to be well, I don't want spoilers, but I wanted it to be the big bad wolf, but what's creepier? So a lot of what I wrote into the details of what it looks like is it's very grotesque. Yeah. So I didn't want it to be your typical Red Riding Hood story, big bad wolf kind of character. I wanted it to be more horror, more psychologically, like a horror thriller.
Sure.
And so I wanted the visuals to match that.
Right. And I mean, it's Vampirella. She's not a little kid. So
right.
You can get away with certain things that you might not be able to with actual Little Red Riding Hood,
Exactly.
So that's going to be a lot of fun for sure. And we'll show your cover now and the other covers for this one shot. And we hope you're going to do a lot more work for Dynamite. It sounds like an awesome beginning to what could be, a lot of great projects, I hope.
Well, I mean, I've done a few covers for them, and I didn't realize the fairy tale covers I've done are cover A's, which I had to look up myself. So I'm very excited about that.
No, that's so cool.
That's comics, right? That's fine.
Yeah, totally.
So yeah, I would love to. Yeah.
Great. Well, we appreciate your time today, and we look forward to reading the finished project. It's coming in August. Please make sure to stop by your local comic shop and tell the person behind the counter that you're going to need a copy of this, maybe more than one even. You got to get those variant covers.
Yes, please. Those variants are very pretty too.
They're really cool, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, we look forward to talking to you again sometime when there's new stuff to talk about.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.